Previously on Two Elves and a Dwarf.
By the look of his paws, I mean, I'm no expert in them, but it looks huge.
It's a big sucker.
Broke down my fence. Proud of myself on that fence.
Weak fence.
Shit, man.
Episode 1, he dies.
That's a good fence.
I'll give this to Arthur. He's mentally slow.
Poor Arthur.
The 6-year-old?
Yeah, the
He
6-year-old.
doesn't even know what's happening right now. He's just
When
playing
you-
with his chickens.
When you were talking about Arthur, I automatically thought of Tiny Tim. I don't know why.
Man, poor Arthur. He's
Poor
having
kid.
a rough day.
I was like
He can't
polio, you know? It's like
He can't walk. He's retarded, and he gets the crappy cheese.
iron lungs haven't been
but-
invented yet.
The bear, realizing that he or she is trapped, turns and snorts and roars up on its 2 legs, and we will go into initiative.
Yes.
Alright, and let's go ahead and roll initiative, everybody.
That's D20, right?
Yes.
Oh,
11.
Okay.
20.
7.
I have a 12.
7, 12. What'd you get, Cletus?
20. Sorry.
20. Pirish?
I got a 11.
11. Okay. Cool. So as this bear kind of roars up and is standing, it's about like 30 feet from you guys, from where you guys are at. And we're actually going to start with Cletus. What are you doing right now after seeing this massive bear kind of stand up?
I pee a little bit. That's it.
Okay.
And so do I feel threatened, I'm assuming, by this beer?
Yeah, he's very threatening, and it's, yeah.
Okay, well, in that case, I take out my rapier,
Okay.
and I get ready to strike.
Alright, so are you like advancing on this bear?
Oh, I'm getting all up in this bear's
Okay,
grill.
so
yeah.
so you pull out your sword, your rapier, and you run right up to the bear. So go ahead and give me a d20 to smack this mofo.
To smack a son of a... Let's see.
Son
That's a
of a
natural
bear.
one.
Natural one. So as you run up, give me a cry, like a war cry. You run up, and they're snow on the ground, so you slip, and your rapier actually falls right out of your hand, and you just land face plant in the snow, like kind of at the foot of this bear.
Stick to your instruments.
And so you are prone by right here. And so
Right
after
in front of the bear.
Cletus falling desperately to the ground, Belleron, how are you backing up your friend?
I'm going to sidestep to the right to get a different angle and draw my longbow
Okay.
and shoot.
Okay, go ahead and roll a d20. Yeah, and then it's just plus your dexterity modifier and proficiency.
So that is a 13.
That hits. That hits the bear. Barely hits it. Hits it right in the shoulder. So go ahead and roll damage now.
Okay. That is a... Wait, do we add this number also to damage?
Yes.
So that's a 14.
14 damage? Dang, son. Where'd you find that?
It's one dead bear.
Alright, so
Yeah.
it hits it right in the shoulder, and blood's pouring off it, and it's just... It looked like that hurt pretty bad. After that poor bear is injured, we actually come to Pirish. What are you doing? I'm saying that right, Pirish?
Yeah.
Probably sucking dick.
I'm gonna go up, and I am going to stab it
Okay.
with my
Just
rapier.
Pulling out your rapier, same thing. We've seen this happen before. But
Rapier.
let's run up and see if we have a different result.
Critical value.
Okay. Shoot, what's my
So with that, it will just be strength and your proficiency modifier.
strength and proficiency?
Yeah.
So 15.
15, that hits.
Okay, so let's do some damage
Jealous.
here. 6
Plus strength.
9.
Okay, so you just cut it right across the chest. This bear, that hurt it pretty bad. That's a pretty deep cut as blood is kind of pouring over its stomach.
And Edmer, can we get a sound bit there?
Thank
Thank you, Edmer.
Okay, and then after seeing this cut just come across the bear, Edmer, you are the last one standing where your group was. What are you doing?
Whipping out both of my hand axes, and I'm charging in like a badass.
Okay, go ahead and give me a war cry as you're running in there.
Oh!
That sounded like the bear.
Full chub, half chub, where you at right
I
now?
am full mast right now.
It's going
I
full
have
Monty.
Okay,
I have
okay.
never been this hard in my life.
The bear gets really
Go
nervous.
ahead and roll to hit this bear.
That's a natty 20.
Natty 20, so that is a crit. So as you bring one of your axes right down on that bear, go ahead and roll the damage twice.
That would be 6 total.
6 total, okay.
Plus-
and then
is
plus
that
your
plus your
strength.
Oh, plus
Just one.
strength. That would be 8.
8?
Oh, do I do
damage.
plus proficiency as well?
Yes.
That would be 10.
10 damage total. So
Man,
that
Pooping
you
on this
bring
thing.
your axe right down on it, and you actually sever a whole paw, his front paw, right off.
That bear dead.
And
He's
it
not doing too
roars
hot.
back in pain, and blood is going everywhere. You get some on your face. You
Yeah.
don't care. This is what you live for.
I
know,
lick it off.
Now, Edmer, can we
Lick
get
it off your
can we
face.
get a sound bite for that bear too?
Oh,
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Okay.
I love
I
it.
feel immersed.
And so with this, so you guys are all kind of surrounding the bear, except for, of course, Belleron is hiding out with his bow.
And I'm on the ground.
And so with this, the bear is actually going to take its action. It's enraged. It's actually go ahead and bring a paw as it goes down to its all fours, and it's going to
Except it only has
All
3
threes?
paws.
all three. That's right, and just swipe
Third
right
step.
at poor Cletus, who
Cletus.
is butt up in the air. So he's going to get this
feel
bear's
attacked
going
right
to get advantage on this roll because you're prone. So with that, does 12 hit your AC?
No, 12 does not hit.
Okay.
Even
What-
with you
what
prone?
previous? That's not what advantage is.
Yeah. So what about
Oh.
16?
Never mind.
16 does hit.
Okay,
We're
so
not
with
playing
that,
3.5.
since advantage, I get a roll. He's just going to bring his paw right down across your back, and those claws are going to just give you digs right into like your buttocks, right above the crack. Just
That's
a
the worst
large
part.
cut that brings all the way up to your mid back, and that deals 5 points of damage.
It goes like this.
Good thing you didn't go downwards.
And from there, we go back to Cletus.
Cletus!
So after
Alright.
just being brutally assaulted by this bear, you feel the warm blood or poop. You don't know.
It feels the same at this
It's
point.
probably
It's
blood.
not poop. He eats cheese.
That's right. It's blood, and you are just
They're
laying
hard
on the ground.
On the ground, okay. Well, I scrounge about. I'm patting the ground to grab my rapier.
Okay, you feel it. You feel the handle right in front of you,
okay.
and you are laying, looking up. The bear's right there in your face. So knowing this, actual technical talk, standing up, moving, anything like that is going to provoke an attack of opportunity from this bear.
Play dead.
Play dead. I let go of my rapier
Okay.
and I go back down onto the ground.
Give me we're actually going to say performance.
A
on this.
performance? Okay.
Let's
a
let's
performance.
convince this bear, and I'm
Yikes.
gonna roll. I'm just gonna roll straight up against you.
Okay. Well, this doesn't work with the lady, so I doubt it's going to work with the bear.
Okay, so I got a 2.
And I got an 11.
All right,
Did it
so
work?
this bear thinks you are dead.
Yes.
And is more worried about your
Just
other
like my
friends.
parents.
And so Cletus, you are pretending to be dead, and it is you're dead. And so
I'm
we're
dead.
gonna go
Straight
to
up dead.
Belleron. Belleron, with your party crowding around this bear, you don't have a good shot. You don't have a clear shot. You're most likely going to hit one of your friends if you fire into this.
Not me.
So, what is your kind of plan?
Am I within distance of like circling around?
So you can't go around it because its back originally was against this old gate that you guys saw.
Right.
So you right now are about 50 feet away from like sidestepping and getting out of the clearing and kind of getting a long shot off. So I mean, you could go up and help your party, but you definitely don't have a clear shot.
I want to yell, duck, and shoot an arrow anyways.
Okay, so go ahead.
Yep. Okay.
Please.
No.
No, yell duck.
Yell duck.
Let me get into character.
And scene.
Edmure! That's not my character's voice.
I hope not.
That's your panic voice.
Edmure! Get down! I'm shooting an arrow!
I drop.
Okay. Are all you guys dropping? Braden, are you dropping? I mean,
Done.
Parrish, are you dropping?
Will that affect my turn?
Yes, most certainly.
I'm not ducking. I'm chancing
Okay,
it.
so Devin, you are gonna have disadvantage too, firing into the fray like this. So go ahead and roll and take the
play
lowest
like that.
number.
Don't matter to me. I ain't scared. So 14
Okay,
and a 14.
14, both 14s. Huh?
Yep.
Okay,
Ooh.
so now I'm gonna roll probability here, whether or not you hit one of your compadres. If I overpass you, you do hit them. If I go under, that's gonna hit the bear's AC and you land a successful shot. And so I rolled a 5, so you're good. It goes as Edmure's head ducks, it just grazes right over his hair and lands straight true right into the bear's chest. So go ahead and roll damage for me.
That is also a 14.
Yeah. Dang. Busting out the real damage here. I see.
I'm
How
a
are you on
master
a 14?
I have a plus
I
7
am Master Cheese Master.
on my attack.
Okay. All right, and that brings the order to Parrish. Parrish.
Okay. So now that he's kind of hurt and standing up on his back too, I'm gonna
Yeah.
stab him in his pee hole.
Okay. You go
Right
ahead
then.
and sling right down
Now-
on his Peter.
Have you made sure that it's a he?
Oh,
Does it matter?
Make it a she.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. They both pee. So just a flick of the wrist, and I'm in both.
Girls don't pee.
All right.
It's not true.
Let's pray for a hit here. Ooh, that's a nat 16.
Natural 16. That actually hits. Yep.
Right in the pee hole.
So go ahead and roll damage.
Ooh, 8 plus 3, 11.
11.
I don't know, Doc. I just feel a burning sensation down there.
Okay, so you bring your sword right down, and it kind of gives a higher cry a little bit.
I'm sorry. What was that, Edmure?
Exactly.
That sounded like
that.
kind of enjoyed it.
You know,
I mean, I
it's
don't
been
know
a
bear,
long
but
winter. It was a long winter for her.
Long
so.
sunny winter.
All right, Edmure, you are now face down on the ground right by Cletus. What you doing?
I'm going up. I'm gonna lean up and just double slash this dude right in the chest.
Okay, so leaning up first is going to go ahead and provoke an attack of opportunity.
I wish I cared.
So the bear's going to roll, and since you're prone, it's going to have advantage.
Good.
So I'll keep that one 11. Does that hit your AC?
Nope.
So it tries to bite you. It just barely misses you. And go ahead and do your attack.
7. What's my hit thingy?
Strength plus proficiency.
If you're
That would
proficient
be
in that weapon.
11.
11. That doesn't hit.
Wow.
So you bring your axes up and just miss.
Even though this bear's right on top of me.
Dude, I don't know what's happening.
I know.
Your hormones are getting to you. You are just too hard to hard to care.
Just seeing that gaping pee hole, just like, whew,
Threw me off.
gotcha.
It's pretty much a kickstand.
And
at
so
this
now
point.
with the bear, since you just swung at the bear is mad. Bear's gonna go right back and try to bite your face again.
Especially because it doesn't have a claw.
Yeah, it's gonna bite you.
And it's bleeding out at this point.
It's kind of upset about it.
major
Missing-
veins have been cut.
Missing paw.
So that is that's 20. So
I would assume that hits.
Barely. It barely.
Barely.
You nicked me.
and that is going to be 4 damage.
Sick.
Only, dude.
Yeah, beefy.
And
this bear
we
weak
go
AF.
back to Bellerar.
Wait,
Cletus,
dead
what are
boys?
you doing?
Thank you. Well, seeing as how well that plan worked last time, do I have to roll to perform?
No, it
Dead.
thinks you're dead is dead.
Okay. Well, I stay.
You stay dead. That's what you do. Okay, so you are extra dead at this point. You are
Now,
even your compadres are starting to think you're dead.
can I roll to like make it look like I'm decomposing at this point?
You sure can try. Let's
Roll
do
to
this.
fool the bear into thinking my arm's falling off.
Quick, Edmure, cut my arm off. Now, is that going to be a handle animal?
Uh,
Acrobatics?
let's go performance again.
Religion? Okay, performance.
What about deception?
That's a natural 2-0.
20, awesome. Yeah, this bear thinks you've been dead for a long time.
It's like falling apart. It's like I don't know what's
this
going
bear
on
doesn't
right
even
now.
think it killed you anymore. It thinks you've been dead for a long winter, friend.
Ah, yes. The frost.
Yeah. It doesn't even think you're there anymore. You're so decomposed.
Yikes.
Okay, after that,
Fun-
it
fun
goes
body.
to Belleron.
Okay, once again, I'm gonna shout to my compadres.
I hate
Y'all
this
better look
plan.
out! Here comes another one.
I'm chancing it. So am I.
Okay, Devin.
I'm gonna let loose.
Roll d20. You're gonna have disadvantage, so take the lowest one after you roll twice. What's that?
19 and natural 20.
Okay, so you take the 19.
Okay.
What? Oh,
'Cause,
it's
yeah,
Disadvantage.
I was like,
Yeah.
And I gotta roll. And that is a natural 20. So now I gotta
Ooh.
pick who you hit.
Oh, yikes. Not good.
So that
You
sadly,
should
as
play
you
this.
loose the arrow, you don't know what happened, if it was a gust of wind or just anxiety about the cheese waiting
Don't,
at home.
please.
But the arrow lands right in the buttocks of Cletus. Cletus,
Damn it.
go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
You're shooting a dead body. Please.
Oh, I got the lowest possible
Just
damage.
your
8.
Oh.
Your target.
Cletus, go ahead and take 8 damage.
let's kill Cletus. First fight.
For real though.
All right, well, audience at home, that puts me unconscious.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm straight up bleeding out at this point. Thanks.
So, Cletus pretending to be dead has worked in his favor because he is now dying. Alright, we'll get to
I don't
that.
need that arm.
We'll get to that. So, we
How
now
come I'm
go
the only person that
to
was actually ducking?
Pirish. Your turn. How are you reacting to this arrow sticking out of the lovely butt of Cletus?
I'm gonna stab it in the neck.
Cletus, what are you talking about?
You gotta suck the wound. Make sure.
He's just unconscious. I can stab him as many times as I want. It won't do anything. So I'm gonna stab the bear in the
Okay.
throat.
I hate you, cheese.
If you cheese.
I was
not
paid
actually
to
like
do
this
You
in
can
this.
stab him in the brain so he forgets how to make cheese.
Okay, roll d20 for the bear.
Alright. So I'm gonna. Nat 20.
Okay, critical. Go ahead and roll damage. Roll twice.
5, 2, 7, 12.
12. Okay. So as you bring your rapier right across and just a quick slash, the throat is totally severed and the bear falls asleep. And he is dead.
I clean
No,
my
he's
sword
dead.
on the bear's fur.
Is he
Okay.
dead for
Sheep
real?
It's not pretending.
He's not just like dead. Okay.
But
It's not just
after
unconscious,
falling
right?
to the ground, you notice Cletus ain't pretending no more like he usually does.
Are we sure we noticed that?
Now, okay.
Or should we care?
Now,
We're
did
just gonna
the-
stand there like, hey, you know, like.
now, did the arrow make it in the thermal exhaust port, or is it just like superficial Death Star damage?
right cheek.
Right cheek. Okay, so not like full on
Right
Death
cheek.
Star. Boom.
Ow, something shot
This is
me.
pod racing.
Something
Okay.
bit me.
So yeah. How do you react?
I'm gonna try and stabilize him.
Okay, give me a medicine
I don't want you
roll.
to stabilize me.
Wait, why are you stabilizing him?
I don't want to carry 2 bodies back to town.
Oh, we can leave his.
So that is a 10. Medicine
10?
check.
Okay. So that yep, that works. You go ahead and remove the arrow, you put it back into your quiver.
Be gentle with it.
You
Be gentle with me.
gently,
Just rip
gently
it out.
wrap up his butt a little bit in some gauze,
Very
and you
tenderly.
stabilize him. So Cletus, go ahead and we'll just say go to 5 health
Oh boy. Yes. Cool.
after that. So you are now conscious. You come to.
Do I walk with a limp now?
You kind of walk like as if you just got out of jail. Take that as you will.
So like I'm on bail.
Yeah, exactly.
So now with this, after killing the bear, looking over, it's not a huge bear, but this would definitely be a really nice trade for the traders, and this is a very fine fur, other than the slash at the throat. But
And
hey,
it's
you need to
missing
do that
hand.
anyways. So.
It's missing paw.
But
missing
you
fingers.
start to all hear this just vibration that just goes echoing across the whole forest, coming from beyond this gate.
Is it an earthquake?
No, so it's kind of like a pulsating through the air, kind of like it washes over you, and like it's rattling the whole gate, and it's like this gate is like broken and bent that you guys can all walk through, but for one, you guys have never seen this before. You guys are surprised by this too because you pride yourself on exploring this mountain range a lot, but you've never been here.
So being a curious person, Belleron is gonna walk towards the gate, but stick an arrow in the bear and say dibs. And
Hey,
then
I dipped its butt.
Okay.
Make some fine dishes.
You can do whatever you want with the bear's butt.
Taxidermy its butt.
And the rest of you, are you following him?
I am very cautiously following. I am taking my time at the back of the group,
No, I'm walking a little bit bow-legged
Okay.
towards the group.
and I'm even waiting for Cletus
Oh, thanks, dude.
What?
Thanks, Evan.
because I'm not feeling this weird gate noise.
Okay,
thing.
So you're gonna let the injured guy
you
go
travel
first.
beyond
Yeah.
the gate, and it opens up into just a ruined, like, almost looks like a courtyard. Like, there's broken buildings on the side, there's a broken pathway, it's just completely rubbled and destroyed. You see, like, it's a pretty big place that you're in right now. Like, you're shocked that you haven't seen this from, like, the village. Like, it's so big, some of these buildings are just so tall. And it's just snow-capped, and it's frozen, and it's really cold. Like, it should be melted by now, but it's not. The pulsating is still rumbling, and you can feel it almost like pulling you to something. And at the very end of this like road, at like this whole like town that you've pretty much stumbled upon, you see a building, and it's untouched. It doesn't look destroyed or broken like anything else, and it's got marble stairs leading up to the top of it. And it's like stairs that lead up to a domed building.
And is this marble like any other marble we've seen, or is it imported?
This marble. You're not used to seeing marble in Chester. Like this is
not even a fine
very...
marbled cheese.
Hey, you might
Sorry.
see that, but
Wow.
But this stairs is like holy cow. This is a very nice place for someone to put this here.
Okay, I'm going to knock an arrow and
Okay.
walk towards the building.
Okay,
I'm gonna go knock on the door.
I slowly gimp up the stairs.
And I'm behind Cletus.
So you walk up the stairs,
Nice one.
and the door is already open. It looks like it's been open for a long time, as there's frost and ice all over the hinges and all over the doorknobs, and it looks like the door, it leads to a hallway that slowly descends down. It's a stairway that slowly descends down the ground.
I'm gonna walk in.
You're not gonna listen.
So you
Nah,
walk.
dog. I'm ready.
You walk down.
I just
the
killed a
hall.
bear.
It's getting
just got
darker and darker, and it goes down just like a couple flights of stairs and leads to an open room. It's you can't see a whole lot in here, but since there is still some light outside, you can see a little bit. And you notice something in this room. There's nothing other than 4 statues standing in a circle. The statues, what they look like is one of them is a man. It looks like he has long hair that goes down his chest, and he has a stern look on his face, and his palm is folded outwards towards 2 of the other statues. And it looks like the stone is in the shape of fire and a flame in his hand. The second of a woman standing right next to her with her hand on this man's shoulder. She's an elf, and she's very pretty, and
Roll the snooze.
she's like looking right at this man, like holding him back almost. And the third, across from the man with the fire held out to him, is a dwarf, and with his axe in his hand. He looks extremely angry, and it looks like he's about ready to go down on this man with his axe.
I feel some foreshadowing.
And in the fourth, there is another man behind the dwarf, kind of cowering.
That's Cletus.
Wait, there's
What
4 of us. Wait a second.
Wait a
So,
God,
and in the center of this circle, you see a chest.
Like
Dibs.
double D, triple D.
No, like my gosh,
Like the wooden box.
like a wooden box,
Oh,
exactly.
that's
It's
not as
snow covered, and it looks completely frozen to this ground.
I want to try and open it.
Okay.
You're gonna get a demonic syphilis.
Do I need to roll?
That's
No,
like you
so
stick
you
your
just
PP in
you
it.
just walk right up in between the statues.
Yes.
Okay. So you walk right up, and you can feel the humming and the vibrating getting stronger and stronger in this room. It's like echoing all around you guys, and it's coming from this chest. And as soon as you open up the two. It's not even locked. That's the thing. You flip open
It
the
was
two
kind of sketchy.
flaps on the side and open up, and sitting there in this chest in a purple cloth is 4 glass orbs. They are see-through and transparent, like they're completely made of window glass, and they're very nice looking, and you can tell whoever made them from the craftsmanship that they made them with great care and were a master at their craft. On each of these glass balls, there is a gold band that flows around the middle of it. Very thin, and it's so delicate it has ornate writing transcribed on the gold. And they're all 4 just sitting here on this purple cloth. And as soon as it was opened and the balls were exposed, the vibrating stopped. The pulsating stopped.
Ooh, sketchy. Stopped an earthquake, guys.
They all look similar. There's no difference between them.
Can we read the writing on it? Or
Give me a D20 to try to read it.
that is 18. Do I add anything?
No.
Okay.
So with that, you've never recognized this language before. You have no idea what it is. It's, you as a elf, you speak Elvish and Common, and it's neither of these languages.
So it's not written in Common and Chester for us humans?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a
It's
shame.
like a really dumb common language.
Yeah, no, that's fish common. Okay, so Cletus, being the brave soul that he is, and the uncharismatic with the ladies, he picks up the orb.
Which one?
Hmm.
There's 4 of them,
All right.
all in a row.
Left to right, I'm gonna roll a d4 for that.
Okay.
The fates shall decide. Okay, I didn't assign it, so 2. The second from the left.
Second from the left. Okay.
I pick it up with my left hand, hold it up to the light to inspect it.
So, looking at it, are you saying the far left, or so they're 4 in a row?
Second.
So,
So,
second
From left,
So
the one
middle
right on
left.
the inside.
So the middle left.
Middle left,
Okay.
yes.
So you pick it up and you're just looking over it.
Yep. And because I'm so bad with the ladies, I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
I say maybe if I bring this cool looking ball to that honey statue, the super attractive one. Hey, ladies. If I bring that over there, maybe she'll give me a smooch.
Okay, so you walk right up to it and you're just looking at it. What about you guys?
I'm gonna pick one up. I'll pick the other middle one.
The other middle one,
No, just kidding. I'll go far right.
far right.
No, just kidding.
I'm indecisive.
Okay, Braden, you pick it up and you're just looking over. It's very small, like it sits in your palm, but it's very light. It's very, very delicate. You can tell the inside is completely hollow. So you pick that one up. There's now 2 remaining.
I'm gonna go look at my dwarf brother.
Okay. So Matt, you look over at this dwarf. He stands about your height, exactly.
Short.
He's got a huge axe in his hand, like huge. Like this axe is a big boy. He looks mad. There's nothing you can really tell from him except for something stands out to you, and it's a ring on his hand. It's not like an actual ring, but it's like carved into the stone.
So he's taken.
And it's a symbol of a red rose. Yeah, you've seen this before, but you can't remember where.
Of course I can't.
What are you doing?
I want to take the 2 remaining orbs, and
So, which one are you picking up? You're picking up both of them?
yeah,
Okay. So,
and I guess I'll give the right one to Edmir over here.
Okay.
Ebmer.
And so
Capital
you are
B.
holding on to the far left then. Devin.
Yes.
Okay. So as you guys are holding them and looking it over, how are you guys like? What are you guys doing? Just looking it over. Matt's looking at his
I'm looking at my dwarf
at his
brother.
dwarf brother. You just holding it, looking
I'm
it over.
just studying it.
Okay. So you guys are examining and looking it all over. You guys all experience the same thing. Looking into the glass orb, you start to see red smoke appear.
Yikes.
It's a rememberable.
What have I forgotten? And with just a sudden sensation, you feel your whole body, all of you, ignite with fire.
Yikes.
It brings you to the ground. You have a burst of pain that shoots up your whole body.
It's that demonic
And-
syphilis.
I knew it.
The fire and the heat is so sudden, and it's so hard. It's bringing you to your knees. You're losing vision, and then it's gone. You're laying on the ground. You're panting. You're sweating. It's so intense, and then a bitter cold follows instantly, and your eyes glaze over, and you lose consciousness.
2 times in one day.
This has been a rough day for Cletus.
Cletus has had a bad time.
So with this, your vision starts to come back to you, but it's not the same place you guys were before. Your vision gathers, and you're no longer in the old cold room surrounded by the statues. You are in what looks like to be a cave. It's not cold. It's not anything. You see your friends around you. You can all look at each other, but it almost feels like lucid. Like you don't like have control over what's happening. You can't. It's like when you're in a dream, you can't control it. You're just there. And so in this cave, there's a single fire in the middle. You look around and you see your friends. You can't speak to each other. But besides this fire in the center, you see 2 boys. They're very young. One of the boy has jet black hair that touches his shoulders, and while the other has short blonde hair, and they're just laughing, having a fun time. They're chasing each other, playing tag. It looks like it goes on for a couple minutes, just watching these boys play. And after it looks like they're getting bored of their game, the boy with the black hair sits down by the fire, talking to the little boy. You don't know what they're hearing, you can't hear them, and you don't know what's really going on. But the boy with the black hair, with like sudden ease, reaches over and puts his hand into the fire. And this is a huge shock to you guys. Like, no one just puts their hand into the fire.
Yeah, that's stupid.
And he's not reacting, he's not freaking out, and what's even more strange is the boy with the blonde hair doesn't even think anything of it. They're just continue talking, and then the boy with the black hair pulls his hand out of the fire, and he has a glowing orb of fire in his hand. It's just floating in the air, rotating. And with just a flick of his wrist, he tosses it over to the blonde boy, who catches it with ease and is holding it. And he juggles it back and forth between his hands, and they start throwing it to each other. And then they grab another ball, and they have 2 balls of fire just thrown back at each other as they're playing catch. They show no pain as they're holding these fires, and they're just laughing, having a fun time. And they slowly back away from each other, bouncing it around, throwing it off the walls, and throwing at each other and catching it. And they stand so far away after a while of watching this. The boy with the black long hair throws the ball, and the boy with the blonde hair running to catch it actually trips and falls. And the 2 fire balls land on this small boy, and he ignites with flame. For the first time, you hear sound. You hear screaming and pain and agony. You hear this boy just writhing on the floor, and he's suddenly silent. The black boy runs over, with the black hair, runs over to the boy, and he's sitting by him by the fire, and this boy is just crying over what's happened. And your vision starts to fade a little bit, but you see gold liquid slowly flow from the boy into the black-haired boy, and your vision fades.
Dun dun dun.
Sketchy.
So your vision comes back to you, and it's a different scene. You're standing on top of a mountain peak that is overlooking a vast island. With the sea surrounding it, looks breathtaking, and standing beside you is a tall young man. He looks to be about the age of 17, maybe 18. He has long black hair that touches his shoulders. It's wavy and well kept. And as he slowly turns away from looking out on the horizon, you finally see his face, and you see his electric blue eyes, and you recognize this man, as the boy who was in the cave. He slowly walks down this path from where he was, overlooking the sea, And he's met, as he comes down into a clearing, by 7 other people. They all look to be about his same size. They're all dressed the same. They look different, but they all have the same clothes on. It looks kind of like a school almost. And as you follow around, you can see there's a confrontation starting between them. This boy with the black hair is being pointed at and yelled at. You don't know what they're saying by this group of 7, and they're all sniggering and laughing at him. Where finally, this boy with the black hair raises his hand, and a blast of flame flies from it right at the leader of the 7. The leader of the 7 slowly waves his hand away, and it just evaporates into steam. And with this, the boy who just had fire thrown at him pulls his sword from his sheath and charges the boy who just cast the fire. After a while of fighting and cutting each other, the boy with the sword brings his sword down and slashes right down the chest of this man, the boy with the black hair. He falls to the ground in pain, and blood is coming from his chest, and all of the other 6, these boys and girls his age, are just laughing and pointing at him. And the boy in the black hair vanishes. He reappears behind. You see this as he just appears with like, just surrounded by shadow. He's in between the 6, and he slowly puts his hand on the ground, and the whole clearing ignites with flame. You see all these people collapse and die. And this gold liquid, this like a stream of gold, flow from each body into this boy. And your vision fades. Your vision goes to black, and you feel spinning and that intense feeling of heat and cold, and finally your vision comes up again. You're standing in what looks like used to be a nice valley. There's rolling hills, and it looks like there's a nice stream going through, but it would be very nice to be, except for all the dead bodies around you. There is smoke everywhere. There's burned trees, there's fires. There are people fighting each other. You see all types of things. You see water, you see ice thrown at people, you see pillars of fire just erupt from the ground. You see cracks in the earth as people fall through it. You see all these things, and this vision goes on for hours and hours as you're watching this, experiencing it. You're seeing people fall and die, and finally, after it feels like days of watching this battle go on, you see 2 people standing there. They're in full armor, and they're fighting, and after a long fight of magic and swords and all sorts of things that you can't even really understand, one of them falls to the ground. The man standing, after striking true with a spear, leaves the spear in the heart of his fallen opponent, and he slowly removes his helmet, and long black hair is revealed falling down his back. And as he turns and looks directly where you are, you see thousands and thousands of this gold stream flowing into this boy, this man now, and your vision fades.
Scary.
Your vision reappears, and it's a totally different scene. You are at a grand city with tons and tons of people lined up and down the streets as a man in brilliant robes walks down between them. The people are applauding and cheering, throwing roses and flowers of all sorts and sweets and goodies. Like, these people love this man. The people lead him to the top of this huge cathedral, where on the steps a crown is placed on this person's head. As he turns to face the people, you recognize the same boy as the small cave, and from the fight with the 7 and to the final battlefield, with the same features, with the brilliant electric blue eyes and the long dark hair. And you hear one thing for the first time in all these visions since the cave, with one single phrase. It says, "All hail King Alistar," and your vision fades.
Ooh.
You wake up.
Dang.
Yikes.
Whew.
Dang.
Whew.
You wake up and you're in the same room with the statues around you. You feel achy, you feel sore, as if you've been laying on the ground for the whole day. Like, you just feel so sore and like stiff. And those orbs are still in your hands. And what do you do?
Freak out.
I look over at the other guys and I say, "Did you see that?"
Well, that was fun. Let's get the Finch out of here. I start to ascend the stairs and
Descend the stairs.
oh, I thought we were downstairs. Did we go up?
No, you were downstairs. Then you go upstairs and then down the stairs.
Oh, we're both right.
So I'm ascending and then descending and then ascending again.
Okay,
It's kind of a
So
mess.
what are you guys doing? Is
So for me, with my orb, I still take it up to the lady statue.
Mhm.
See if the orb reacts with her, something like that.
okay. Same thing. You put it up. It's just glass orb.
Just a glass orb.
Now, is the band of gold around the outside, or is that within the orb?
It's within the orb.
I'm gonna smash my orb on the ground.
As I'm walking up the stairs, I'm saying nope,
So
nope, nope, nope,
you
nope,
throw
nope.
the orb on the
At my
ground,
feet, just
and it shatters, and to your astonishment, slowly reforms back together.
I thought you were gonna say it shatters and it's shattered.
And now you have a cool golden band they
You got
carry.
a broken
Cool.
piece of glass.
well, that there goes my idea. I kind of thought the gold would come into me, you know, like the visions. But
That'd be rad.
So
I don't know what to do now.
as you're ascending up the stairs, you see something different than you did. The door is shut.
Yikes.
I'm gonna go and open it.
Okay, you open it and it's like hard to open. Like it's really hard to get open there, and finally after throwing all your weight against it and pushing, you slowly open it up, and it looks like the whole door was frozen over. And the whole city is snow-capped, and your tracks are gone. Like it is.
So we've been here for a while.
So what are you three doing while he's upstairs?
I'm just sitting there with my head in my hands, trying
It's covered
to
in
process.
snow, but it's spring, so we've probably been there about a little under a year.
Well, the city was had snow on it before.
Oh, okay.
So for me, I'm going to investigate the statues, see if there's something to do with them.
Okay, give me a d20.
That's 14.
14. To your knowledge, you don't know what's going on with these statues. You don't recognize any of them. You recognize the fire in his hand looks similar to some of the fires that you saw in that great battle, but that's about it. So what you can kind of assume is that at least this man was able to control fire like some of the people in the vision.
Makes sense. And there's no writing or anything like that on the base of the statues?
Nothing.
Alright, and there's nothing on the walls, it's just blank.
It's completely blank.
I'll go up the stairs.
Okay.
I'll try and find
You guys
my
follow on
compadre.
with him?
Yeah, I'm dazedly walking up the stairs.
Okay, and I can't emphasize enough how stiff you guys feel.
Like even more than when I got shot in the butt?
Yeah, even more so.
Yikes.
You don't even feel that.
Oh wow.
Like you guys are just like it feels like you fell asleep on the floor and woke up.
So we probably did fall asleep on the floor and woke
Well,
up.
yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah.
But it's, like in real life, that's what happened. And so
Getting too old for that.
are you guys? You're up there with your buddy here,
Irish.
Pyrish. I'm gonna work on it. You're up here with Pyrish, and do you guys just head back down?
Yeah, I'm gone. Like I'm not staying here. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I'll
go
head
get
down.
drunk at my
Is there-
freaking inn.
Okay.
Are there any other buildings besides this one? Or
All just destroyed and broken,
Mhm.
so no stable buildings.
Alright, I'll follow Pyrish.
Okay, so you guys descend back out through the gate, and you see where the bear was. There's an arrow surrounded by bones.
Really?
Someone took my bear.
And replaced
And your
it with a
horse.
skeleton.
I left my horse home.
Oh, your horse is totally dead.
Windjammer's at home. He's safe and sound. I
Oh,
left him with
okay.
plenty of hay.
Well,
So
I'm ready
plenty of
to.
oats.
Well, I'm gonna start back toward town.
I'm hustling back.
I'll follow you.
Okay.
we
so-
hustle.
I'm gonna gather my arrow and then I guess I'll
Okay.
go with him too.
Okay,
Your
so you
one
put
arrow.
your
We
one arrow
hustling.
there. And you guys hustle into town. You pass your property as you're going down, and it looks totally different. There's the three houses aren't there anymore. There's just one.
What?
It looks like there is an aqueduct kind of running through it. So it looks like someone made like aqueduct's the wrong word, kind of like a canal running through it, and there's like farms there that wasn't there before. And the Rogers home isn't there either. Like, it looks like it's been consumed by this farm.
I'm gonna sprint to my restaurant.
You're just hauling A through.
Now I'm running to my cheese. It needs me.
So
shed is
to the
gone.
basement of the house.
To the basement of the house.
Hey!
Where's my cheese?
So we'll start with All right, where are you two doing? You
I want
going?
to look for Windjammer.
Okay, and you're heading
My
to town.
stallion.
Yeah, I'm gonna head into town.
Okay, we'll start with the town folk. So, you guys head into town and you see something that's definitely wasn't there before. There's a wall around the town, just a wooden wall.
Build a wall.
With the gate, and as you're running up, it's about like 11 to maybe 12 in the morning, you know, so it's not nighttime or anything. And you walk, and you hear someone say, "Who goes there?"
Oi!
It's Parrish.
Oi, laddie, you know me.
And the person who's standing up above the gate is in a full suit of armor. It's not plate armor, but like chainmail, and he's got the crest of the Empire on his chest. And it's the black with the red raven on it. And you look at him, and he's like, "Edmer, I haven't seen you around here before. What's your business here in Chester?"
Where's Peter?
Where's Peter?
"Peter who?"
Oh no.
What year is it?
And you hear another one go, "Hey, I think he's talking about the militia boy." "Oh, Peter, the head of the militia. You think about Peter."
What? What?
Man, this place has gone downhill since we left.
"Yeah, I think so. I'll open the gate." And the doors, kind of like Adoras and Lord of the Rings, swings open, just wooden gates. And you walk in, and it's definitely different than when you left it. The town structure is definitely still the same, but there's a lot more buildings and definitely a lot more Imperial guards. You're seeing guards stationed all around the wall and patrolling and looking around. And the guard who addresses you slowly walks down and says, "You said your name was Edmer?"
Aye.
"Alrighty, well, you should find Peter in the town hall. He's usually there."
Thanks,
Oh,
laddie.
that's my restaurant.
Since the militia was dismissed, that's usually where he hangs out. Especially after the execution of Alhan. He hasn't been up to much lately.
Alahan or Peter?
Alhan.
Oh, yeah.
What the freak?
Because he's
So,
dead.
Okay.
And so and Alhan was your boss.
Oh, it's my boy. That was the
So-
homie.
You continue into the inn, and it's different.
No!
It's totally different. You don't see any of your old employees. You see a
What?
fat man running behind the door, and he's like, "What can I get you, sir?"
This is my place. Get out.
"No, I don't think it is. I've owned this place for 8 years now."
I am the previous owner. This is my place. Leave.
"Oh, I'm sorry, sir. You'll have to take it up with Captain Rogers."
Captain who?
Captain who?
"Captain Rogers. He's the governor of this place."
Bring
Go
him
ahead.
here right now.
"Oh, I don't think he'd want to be disturbed.
Now.
I just gotta run. Run."
Peter!
You see Peter.
Peter, where are
while
you?
they're having the argument, you see Peter sitting over there by the fire, just looking into the flames.
Peter!
Don't,
Peter, my boy!
don't bother me, boy.
Boy!
Boy!
What's your
Peter, who are you talking to like that?
Are you running up to him?
Yeah. I'm
And
giving
so-
him the business.
Peter looks a lot like harder than you left him. He's got scars all across his face.
He's so hard.
He has an eye patch.
Ooh, that's cool.
And he has this huge broadsword that he's just holding between his hands. And you recognize it, and that's the sword that Alhan used to use.
I thought he had dual axes.
He did, but he also had this huge
Oh,
broadsword.
okay. Alright. I can dig it.
Alhan was a man of many talents. So he kind of looks at you and he's like, "You look familiar. Do I know you?"
You know me, laddie.
And his eyes starts his eyebrows go up. And he's like, "You're supposed to be dead."
I'm as dead as you are, laddie.
And he's like, and he looks over and he sees you, and he's kind of like, just mouth dropped. What happened?
You think I know, laddie? I go and kill a bear, and next thing I know, you're holding the sword, have an eye patch.
Where have you guys been?
We went
We thought
after the
you were
bear.
dead.
We went after the bear, laddie.
That was like yesterday.
That was I don't know what's going on.
The last time I saw you was almost 9 years ago. So putting this that Peter is almost 27 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That boy grown.
and he's
Sonically,
no longer
how's-
this dumb boy.
how's
He's
his
got
beard looking,
huge muscles. He has stubble. Like he's got like
stubble.
a wispy, stubbly beard, but nowhere near yours. And he's like,
Good.
"You look the same."
I've
You
only
are
been gone
dressed
since
the same.
yesterday.
That's what I said.
I said that.
And he's like, "Well, this inn is owned by the Empire now. This
Like hell.
Gotta go Assassin's Creed up in here.
What about your friends? Are they here too?
They're right
Yeah,
behind us.
laddie.
They're not. They went there.
Oh, that's right.
Devin's
They went to
looking for his horse.
The homestead. He went to the homestead. That's right. Never mind.
I did look after my cheese, my babies.
They're right at our house, laddie.
You mean the farm? That's where you guys used to live, right?
What's the farm, laddie?
How dare you call it that?
The farm.
It's a respectable residence.
Well, once Captain Rogers was appointed by the Empire as governor, he combined the two properties, and that's where Arthur and his mom lives.
Old man Rogers?
He's now the elder, yeah. He's also the captain for the Empire.
Does
One
he
of the
still build
cap-
crappy fences?
Well, they built this wall around the town. They dismissed all of us, and you better bring your boys in and be discreet. Don't let anyone see you. Meet me at the old mill down by the docks.
Aye, laddie. Will do.
He's like, don't let anyone see you.
We'll be discreet, laddie.
I
I'm a
don't want any
sneaky dwarf.
bloodshed on my hand anymore.
Oh.
And he picks up his sword, throws it on a sheath behind his back, and slowly walks out. And the fat man at the bar just holds up a bottle of whiskey, and he just grabs it as natural, chugs half of it, and throws it on the ground,
Yeah.
and walks out the door. So you two are now alone in what used to be your inn, and we're gonna switch to you two. Devin and Parker, you guys walk onto this farm, and
Correction, I barge into the farm. I need to go see what my cheese has been doing all these
Okay.
years. It's a fine vintage at
all
this
right,
point.
All
and
these years.
you
I mean,
cheese
what?
is still there.
Since yesterday, right?
yeah. So as you guys are pounding on the door, trying to break it in, getting in, Devin, you're looking for your horse, calling to it. Windjammer.
Windjammer.
Where are you, boy?
There's no horse in sight, and an arrow, Parker, flies. Cletus flies right past you, and is like wiggling right on the
Right.
door, right where your head was.
That was solid oak.
And you slowly turn around and you see a young man with long blonde hair and says, "You have till the count of 3 to get the hell off of my property before I pin you with arrows."
You like
And
cheese?
you look and you see a similar scar on this cheek that you're used to making fun of, and this none other than the young boy Arthur.
Oh, the Tato. Okay.
And
Who's actually not.
It's actually not anymore.
Arthur, it's me. Cletus.
Cletus, who
Cheese guy. Old neighbors. You probably don't remember
he's
me.
like, his eyes go wide and he lets go of the arrow and it flies and almost hits you again.
What the?
Like,
Arthur!
he's like, oh my goodness. We thought you guys were dead. Where have you been?
What happened to you being 6?
It's been 9 years.
What? Where is my cheese?
Good man.
Where's my cheese?
We burned your stuff to the ground and had to rebuild. There's so much mold and crap growing up in here.
That's what cheese is. It's mold.
I'm sorry. If you got any alms, you gotta take it up with my father. You can find him at the Grand Hall.
The Grand Hall? At the old restaurant?
No, that's the inn. The Grand Hall is, well,
Grand?
it's grand.
Yeah.
It's the old barracks.
Oh.
It's been added on to, need to say the least.
Okay.
That's where my family now lives, besides me and my mom, who take care of the farm here and there. I mostly live here.
Well, I have a few words for your father.
Um,
Yesterday, I made the finest cheese I had ever made.
we haven't seen you in 9 years, son.
Bull. You're not Arthur. My cheese is still alive. I need to go talk to your father.
Okay. As you, Devin, are you going with Cletus? You can't find your horse.
I storm off.
It's nowhere to be found.
I'm just gonna slowly follow him, crying.
Okay. You
Windjammer.
guys, as heading into town, you guys are heading to get your buddies, and you guys meet up right outside the town.
Oi, laddies!
What? My cheese.
Quit your crying, laddie. We got bigger issues.
There's nothing bigger.
Windjammer's gone.
Get it together, laddies. Time to
Some-
put your big boy
It's a
britches on.
freaking pony and some mold.
Hey.
Get it together.
Get
talk
a
about
move
source like that.
on! You hear from the tower up there. Either get out of the way, or go back in the town.
Shut up. And I run back into town.
Come on, laddies. We have to make it to the old windmill.
I showed him.
Now I need to talk to old man Rogers.
Not now, laddie. To the windmill.
Later.
My cheese.
Later.
Later.
It can wait.
My cheese.
Okay. So you guys make your way down to the outskirts of town to the dock, where you see massive vessels that normally aren't here, full on just charter ships everywhere, and just tons and ton of fish are being brought in. And you see the old windmill on this small hill. It's broken. It has holes in the roof, and you guys head up to it, and you slowly open the door. With the creaking. It's kind of snow covered, and you see the figure of Peter sitting in a chair, and he's got a pipe in his mouth. Takes a long draw and blows a smoke ring out and says, "We have a lot of stuff to talk about."